All right, we are back trying to get the last word of power.
All will be restored. This looks like one of the shards that Agatha asked me to find.
Definitely not traversing all of that. Why would you?
They could take that show anywhere.
Glad to see Nico found the book I left out for her useful.
Yeah. No. We
Took me
know.
a
We
while
know.
to dig that one up. I knew you'd recover the shards if you put your mind to it, but that was still faster than I expected. I'm confident I can return the moon seal to its... I need a particular flower. While you gather...
What is this?
While it may seem like some sort of invasive species, the substance we've been calling corruption is actually a physical manifestation of Chthon's dark influence.
How can it continue to spread in his absence?
The ever-resilient Darkhold keeps his... with each new follower. The flower you're looking for is in front of my cottage. Near the door, I believe.
They're really tired of all of these.
This must be the reagent that Agatha needs to restore the seal.
Tired of this fetch quest. Not gonna lie.
The Ancient One would be impressed by your perseverance, Hunter.
I have found the reagent.
So you have. For this to work, we'll need... This is it, Hunter.
I'm glad.
Now,
I will find out.
Set's challenge.
I am.
That...
That is something.
If you remember from the last trial, I told you that Hippus was consumed by his brother, Set, who absorbed his power. It was this betrayal that showed the Elder Gods own corruption.
There was a time when Lilith had the highest of standards for her minions. That time has clearly passed. You had your chances. You were too weak for this fight. I am impressed. feel my call. Carry on. Welcome assistance. Leave some for the rest of us. Break my resolve.
I don't think we'll be seeing any Serpent Men. But in his heyday, Set created his own personal army, much like Lilith. He seemed to have an unusual fascination with Earth's various reptile species.
Do not bother running. Once again, Lilith's servants fall. Walk in the light. Return to your life. I am afraid you might not make it back from this one. You were unprepared. Pathetic.
Not good.
If you believe everything an old witch will tell you, when the now corrupt Set descended upon the Earth, he used the prevailing reptiles of the time to create his physical form.
Next time, run while you still can. Light is on our side. The advantage is mine. The advantage is mine.
Unfortunately for those lumbering beasts, when autumn came to destroy Set, the ensuing battle drove them to extinction alongside their fallen admirer.
The untold price of being favored by the Elder Gods. Let us see if they have an answer to this. Was that truly your best? At least I can... I see not much has changed among the world's fanatics. Lilith will be disappointed in you. The light will carry you onward.
Alright, we now have all the words of power.
I wouldn't go so far as to say Set is pleased, but I'm sure you've piqued his interest.
This looks like a... Set is in good humor today.
Break the wall, Hunter. I will be right here.
Hippus does not seem to agree. If his help was warranted, Hippus would provide. The Father of Serpents is smiling.
Upside down guillotine, AV, triangle guillotine.
Sarah?
Of all the things you weren't expecting, finding me here had to be near the top of the list.
Have you been following me?
On the contrary, kiddo, I think it's you that's been following in my footsteps. Speaking of which, have you been enjoying the trials? I'm not sure how you found your way down that path, but you've obviously impressed the gods, just like your mother and I did.
You are being much calmer than I expected about all this.
You aren't the first member of your family to sneak away and attempt the trials. I remember raising more than a few eyebrows on my run.
This from the favored daughter of Oshter?
I always respected Oshter, especially compared to some of her siblings.
And my mother?
I think she saw something of herself in Autumn, but she was never one to flatter the gods.
She seems to have no issue kneeling to Chthon.
Is that really what you believe, Hunter?
I cannot say.
At least you've kept an open mind. I'm not sure I would have.
I have tried to remain neutral until I know more.
If you've come this far, then there's really no point in hiding it anymore.
This place, sealed and hidden away beneath my mother's garden. This was you again. Something else you wanted to lock away.
Would you believe it's because I've been a stubborn old woman for far too many centuries?
Yes.
This may be difficult to understand given what you've been told, how you were raised. But your mother isn't the bastion of evil the world knows her to be.
Yes, I know she was not the mother of demons when she was with my father.
There's more to it than that. I told you of her work to find a cure for his illness. There was nothing she could do, and when he passed, she accepted his fate. But then, the corruption came for you.
I was sick? I do not remember that at all.
I'm not surprised, given the cure. You were so young, so vulnerable. Lilith was inconsolable. If she had been desperate to heal your father, she was now completely unhinged when it came to curing you.
But she did find a way.
We had thought to bury it in this place forever, safe from not just the greedy eyes of petty men like Shaw, but from ourselves.
The Darkhold.
Yes, and sensing your mother's desperation, the damn thing called out to her. There within its pages, Lilith found a way to protect her child. Straight from the Great Shadow himself, Chthon. And as payment, she pledged her eternal devotion to him.
She gave herself to Chthon.
You were her only child, and she loved you more than anything else in this world. In her mind, it was no sacrifice at all. You were all that mattered.
And you still let me believe she was a monster.
For your protection, I only let you see her as she is now.
But...
What she became.
And so you cast her...
She was weakened from the transition. Some part of her soul still struggling with the corruption infecting her, I suppose. I knew I would only have the moment, and so... I struck. It was the only... But I...
Not these
You were trying to protect me.
These are her pretty little explanations
do.
for why
You've
she
made
does
this
what she
easier
does,
on me
but
than it should
she,
be, kiddo. But I can't say I'm not glad that you still believe in me.
We can only move forward from here. We've spent enough time wading through the past.
You'll get no argument from me there.
Autumn must not see it. There is only so much. If it were meant to be broken, Set would gladly assist. Autumn thinks otherwise.
I hadn't intended on eavesdropping.
Did you know about my...
Sarah was never any more forthcoming about Lilith with me than she has been with you. She must have felt it was safer to keep both of us in the dark.
It is hard to know what to think now.
After so many years and so many conflicting stories, you have every right to be unsure.
And to say nothing of what this did to you?
It may sound ridiculous, but if someone had to end up this way, I'm glad it was me. Can you imagine what a nightmare Sarah would be as a poltergeist?
That is true. We may have had another terror stalking the grounds had things gone differently.
And despite everything, I have to say, I'm glad we were able to spend this bit of extra time together, Hunter.
I enjoyed it too, Agatha.
I'm glad, dear. But there are still more secrets to discover, if you're interested.
More still? How will I know where to find them?
Oh, I'd say some combination of dumb luck and persistence? But in all seriousness, with Set's blessing, you'll be able to break down all sorts of things, I imagine. I'm sure you'll figure it out. Just have fun, dear.
Now I can break stuff.
Set regards no obstacles. Nothing can stand in his way. The son of Gaia approves. Perhaps I ask too much of him. Charlie would not have done this, but someone or something dug up this grave. Autumn, show me the way. He hears me, but has no answers.
Alright, it's time to see how long my memory really is, guys. Come on.
That did not work.
Alright, so that worked.
Hey, can I ask a favor?
Still sure I messed up stuff, but never anything like this. I know any still
Thanks, Hunter.
My powers don't feel like they're enough. Good thing I've got brains.
Morning, Blaze. Want to do some Spirit of Vengeance training in the yard? Oh man, I sound so lame. Whew, freaking hopeless.
From what I understand about Blaze, he is not one for brotherhood.
Oh, hey! Didn't know I had an audience for my little self-pep talk. Just trying to hype myself up. If we're gonna be working with Blaze, and he starts hanging out at the Abbey, and we're driving across the desert together killing demons, I need to be cool. Seeing him in action made me realize how much I need to step up my game. I mean, he's the original Spirit of Vengeance, the real Ghost Rider. And I'm just Robbie Reyes from East LA. How the hell am I supposed to live up to that?
You do not want to follow in Blaze's footsteps. He does not seem like a role model for anyone.
Really? He's always seemed like the best to me.
I think the wisest thing to do would be to chart our own path.
Look at me. I'm standing here in the middle of this ancient abbey, surrounded by some of Earth's greatest heroes. And I still don't really feel like I belong. It's not like I got that special something you've got. I mean, look at you. You're not intimidated by anyone. How do you own that swagger?
I follow my moral compass and do what I believe is right, no matter what others say.
What if you don't have a moral compass? Or your moral compass is a demon that lives in your head and isn't just a talking cricket?
Then I suggest developing one of your own. Crickets are untrustworthy.
Well, thanks for the heart-to-heart, or demon-to-demon, or whatever. You've given me. See you.
That was a hell of a spark.
See you around.
A successful collaboration. You know, I really...
Welcome to Tony's Scary Demon Cave. I'm Tony, and how may I assist you today? Sometimes, I even impress myself. See the next word? Genius inventor strikes again. Let me do my The latest advancements from the mind of genius Tony Stark, and they're all for you.
Until next time.
Come on,
show yourself. I'm running out of ideas.
Don't worry. That much big asshole energy can't hide for long.
You have more faith in our tech than I do.
How is the search for Blaze going?
Nowhere. The dude has totally gone off-grid. I've scoured every rat hole on the planet a guy like that would be seen in. Monster truck shows, stunt cycling extravaganzas, motocross events, but Blaze is totally MIA. I'm telling you, Hunter, if I have to spend one more hour scanning digital maps for that hot Cheeto, even my super sight is gonna go all squiggly.
Perhaps there is a silver lining in his inability to be found.
There is? Because I'd sure love to hear it.
Think about it. If the great Captain Marvel cannot locate him, then Lilith does not stand a chance in hell of finding him either.
Good point. But I'd still like to find him. If not for securing the parchment and preventing your mother's gothy Armageddon, then just for the principle of it. I don't like to lose. Well, I'd love to continue with the chit-chatting, but I've got to get back to the most boring manhunt in history.
Do let me know when you find him.
Don't worry. I'll be so freaking relieved and excited the whole Abbey will know. Come on, Blaze. Come out wherever you are. You can't hide forever under whatever backwater rock you've crawled under. Not from me.
This isn't working.
The map table? Should I get Tony?
No, I mean Midnight Suns, Avengers, and now X-Men. The Abbey. None of it's working. And I have no one to blame but myself.
Self-pity? That is not you.
No self-pity. It's fact. 3 teams under the same roof, all fighting for different reasons. Nothing to bring us together. It's not too late to change that. If Agatha were here, she'd tell me... Oh, it doesn't matter. She isn't here.
So, about Agatha.
I know you miss her, kiddo. She used to keep us from butting heads as much as we do.
No, I meant...
Wait, I need to say this. I've been let... But this is the wrong time to talk.
All right.
I'm calling...
When?
Tonight.
All right. Just because there is talk of a slime monster lurking beneath Manhattan does not mean...
Oh, it does. Look, I know Eddie and Venom. They're not what you'd call unsore losers. And we did, you know, kind of bury them under an old bell tower.
Has anyone seen the creature since?
Long gone by the time S.H.I.E.L.D. showed up. They go to ground when you wound their pride. In this case, underground.
Venom on the loose, licking his wounds.
Now that's a friendly neighborhood problem. So, how about we go solve it?
Do you have a question?
You gotta work on your social cues.
Oh, so there's no third party here.
Are you worried that Venom will hold a grudge?
I wouldn't say worried. I've come to respect it.
You still think this is a good idea?
Yeah. Eddie tries to be a savior, but some...
That desert sun is so hot. Good thing my symbiote doesn't sunburn.
He could eat one of us.
Got all the slime in the world. So, where's our slime monster?
Vampire. Vampires.
Maybe it's the Downtown Express?
Sounds like a lair.
Sounds like.
They don't have eyes.
Still so hungry.
And there is your slime monster.
Time for seconds.
Breakfast for dinner, I guess, with a side of vamp over easy.
Not so easy for the vamp.
Oh, gross, Eddie! It's hard to know who to root for in these parasite versus parasite situations.
Parasite?
A demonically possessed symbiote?
With a vampire's bloodlust.
Not good.
Come on, Eddie, don't do this!
They are definitely doing this.
I should have known that thing would crawl back to the sewers once Lilith had no use for it.
We don't need her!
Tell yourself whatever you have to.
Not to interrupt, but have you really been eating those vampires, Eddie?
The rarest meat of all!
They do not stand a chance.
Now that's a big move! Take that! Nice! Let's do this! Just the boost I needed! This is low even for you, Eddie. Moping in the sewers, scarfing down the undead. You're better than this.
Better than Lilith! Better than you!
I meant more on a personal or even spiritual level, you know?
We know your blood will make us stronger than
Not lost his way with words.
It must be tough losing all the time. For like... Late to run now.
I saw an acrobat once as a child, but he was not nearly on your level.
I'm going for it.
Now that was something.
Yeah, take that.
Impressive.
demon energy
from every pore! Don't lose it, pal. Either of you. He is lost. One mercy remains.
Ah, yes. The elimination of one tormented soul for the good of many. Oh, but humans do love a moral dilemma. The umami of an otherwise flavorless existence.
Mephisto. Gesundheit. Nice mullet. Go to hell.
There's nowhere I would rather be, but I've come on business. So let's make a deal.
Is this one of those fiddle at the crossroads scenarios, or...?
No deal.
My terms are as follows. I spare Venom. I cure the symbiote of Lilith's demonic touch. I end the blood fever he's given himself, gorging on curdled vampire bile. I retch a little thinking of it.
I said, no deal.
All this, and I ask but one inconsequential thing in return. Stop the vampire uprising. The undead are bad for business.
So you cure Eddie and we keep doing what we've been doing?
Yes. Wipe them out. Remove every trace of their foul scourge from the earth. Then I will cure this pathetic creature forever.
For the last time, no.
Hold up. Give me the fine print.
Nothing much. The usual. If you should fail, you'll discover something far more threatening than the undead, namely Allstrudley, etc., immortal soul, yada yada.
This is a bad idea.
This or he dies? We don't have much of a choice. I'm in.
Good. Just sign there and there. You may feel a little sting. Bad food! We will destroy you, bad food!
Go get him, Ed.
We should follow.
You do have a vampire war to wage. Oh, and Peter, I'll see you around.
How did he know my... Huh. All the surprises we've had so far, that was one of the weirdest. So, it's a truce then, right, Eddie?
Ourselves. We will spare you. For now.
Hey, that's progress.
If he threatened to eat you, that is progress.
Go to sleep. Prepare to die. You got off easy this time.
I do feel pretty amazing. Here we go! At least you get to travel to new, exciting destinations before you get beat up.
A quick bite.
great.
You can sink me laser.
Okay, that was pretty cool.
It is time.
Glad to be on your side for once.
Here we go again.
Huh. I think that's the last of them. And not a moment too soon.
Is that
Eddie?
Well, this is awkward.
you? Are the man in the monster?
Something like that. So, you okay, Eddie? It's kidding, little joke. No, I come in peace.
For once.
Really? New kids got to get in on this too? Hey, by the way, you're killing it out there. Respect.
Thank you. Not my first vampire war.
Eddie, are you yourself again? Well, you mean, are we ourselves? Yeah, Lilith. She made us a monster. We did awful things. You know that's not who we are, right?
Of course.
So I'm sitting here, well, in there, thinking. I saw what you did for me. So, how about we put aside all our, you know, personal stuff?
Okay.
No, not forever. Just until this whole messed up vampire situation is figured out. Till all the innocent people are safe. I mean, that would make sense, wouldn't it? Yeah. I don't know.
Works for me.
Shake on it. Oh. Wait a sec. Put her there, partner.
I'm there, partner.
Welcome to the Midnight Suns?
All right, so we saved Eddie, and on the next one, we're gonna be unlocking Storm. As soon as we get, oh no, Wolverine's on the team already.
All right. Lilith isn't the only one with monsters on her side.
Do you think Eddie would let me take a selfie with my head in Venom's mouth? Ah, never mind. I'm sure it happened naturally.
If Eddie gets out of hand, let me know. My claws can slice right through the symbiote.
You guys really put the home in home base. This is an impressive setup.
I hope the accommodations are better than what my mother provided.
Your mother gave me a lot of stuff. But most of it was grief. Thanks again for what you did for me. As if my past wasn't complicated enough, your mother added a fresh pile of regrets.
Eddie, you are here because a mutual friend believes in you.
You mean he believes I'm trouble? And he's not entirely wrong.
I do not want you at each other's throats.
Look, Parker and I have a complicated history, but it's water under the bridge. Oh, well, I guess we're still building that bridge. But we have bigger fish to fry. From the bridge. But enough about us. Can you trust me after everything that happened? I mean, I kept trying to eat you.
You were a different person. I cannot blame you for my mother's control.
Oh, that's a relief. Thought it might be weird between us. Wanna hug it out? Sorry, I just made it awkward, didn't I?
No more than Peter Parker does.
So, now that we've cleared the air, I'm a little worried about the deal we made with the devil. That's the first time I've meant it literally.
I agree with you, but Peter made his decision. Our plan was to stop the new breed vampires. Now we can do so with your help.
Maybe. I can't shake the feeling that he traded the devil we know for the devil we... well, for another devil we know. How are there so many devils?
If the world ends, we shall never know.
I'm glad you sound confident. The symbiote and I are on the fence. No offense, but I hear there's a gym here, and I'm itching to check it out. I'm gonna do that.
Sounds good.
So... okay, hit me. Really?
What was your life like before?
I was a reporter, and I was pretty good at it. Well, I was okay. Had a few wins.
What happened?
It's a long story. I still find the occasional reporting.
Do that?
Oh, yeah.
What drives you?
Plenty of people will tell you I'm no hero. Some of them might be living in the Abbey. But I really do care about doing what's right. I guess you could say I had a tough childhood. Always wished I'd had a strong friend who could save me from the monsters in my life. So I became a monster. To save those too small to fight for themselves. Yeah, they might be afraid of me, but I'll keep them safe.
You seem ruthless for a hero.
Is that a question?
Half the Midnight Suns believe the greater good can sometimes outweigh a single life, but none of them, well...
eat their enemies?
You could put it that way.
My brand of justice is an acquired taste.
I would like to know more about your symbiote.
Naturally. Go for it.
What are your capabilities on the battlefield?
Now, without your mom's demonic protein powder, we can still bench press a bus if we need to. We also have limited shape-shifting abilities. Our tendrils are handy when we need to grab something or web someone to a wall. Oh, and we can also camouflage ourselves if needed. Don't tell Parker, but he traded down when he went back to those red and blue pajamas.
I noticed that you sometimes refer to yourself as...
Because I'm a king in black.
What does that mean?
It doesn't matter. Truth is, Venom isn't a singular personality. It's a combination of myself and the symbiote. That's why we say we.
Must be strange to have a conversation with the voice inside your head.
Yeah, well, if you thought it was hard fighting vampires, try doing it when your costume is yelling in your ear.
Eddie, can I talk to Venom now?
That's not how it works. I'm not deranged. I just share a body, but it also happens to be true.
How did you...
I got bitten by a radioactive pool of motor oil.
What?
No, that would have been less traumatic. Truth is, Spider-Man brought the symbiote back from space.
Space?
Be surprised what that kid gets up to. Anyway, Parker found the suit ill-fitting. His loss was my gain. Maybe I'll tell you the story some.
Anything else?
What does S.H.I.E.L.D. know about Mephisto?
What does an international espionage agency know about the actual devil?
Yes?
Not very much.
That is alarming.
Look, if Satan had a nuke, I could hand you a dossier thicker than your head. But he doesn't, so... Frankly, I should be asking you.
Well, he is the actual devil.
Which is more than what S.H.I.E.L.D. will ever admit to knowing about Mephisto.
Mephisto detests new breed vampires. Do we know why?
I have no good answer for that. Nothing based on facts. My gut tells me new breed vampires keep him from getting something he wants. You'll have to...
I don't think Eddie will fit in the Hellright's backseat.
Hey, kiddo.
I'm ready.
All right.
Hello, my dear.
What are you...
Whenever Sarah was this nervous, I used to keep close. A look.
Why would she...
I don't know.
I dislike
Oh,
this.
wait a minute. Where's the cat?
Why? I don't know what it's about. I dislike anything mandatory. You dislike everything. Not true. I tolerate you. Somewhat.
Oh, nicest thing you've ever said to me.
I've worked with Eddie before. He's not that bad. He's not that good either.